to do so, snap a picture if you can and email us that picture. Again, when it's safe to do so. I don't want you going out into this storm. It's too dangerous. But if you get a chance, news@wbng.com will send the entire newsroom, including myself and Jordan. It will send emails to us with those photos. Jordan, do you have your email open by chance to see if we've maybe gotten any sort of pictures from anybody?
I can open it real quick.
Okay, so we're going to check that. But news@wbng.com, if you see any sort of damage with this storm, it did produce a funnel cloud over Ithaca. This was a tornado-warned storm. That in and of itself tells you that this is an extremely well-developed storm, and the size of that hail core right now is just, it's gigantic. I mean, we're looking at a hail core that, let me see if I can measure. Yeah, I mean, that's a several mile wide hail core right now. That is a gigantic, powerful storm with the potential to produce golf ball sized hail. And it's so close to the radar. So we're looking at, that storm is just about on top of the radar right now, and it's moving east. So we're going to do box. I'm going to zoom out here just a little bit again, and we're going to put we're getting a new scan. Let's see what it does. Okay, so that hail core has crossed over, still straddling the Tioga County, Broome County border, and just in the town of Maine, just east of Newark Valley, probably still in eastern Newark Valley, but coming into Nanticoke right now, right up Route 26, south of Whitney Point, south of Lisle. This storm is going to hit the airport here within the next 10 minutes, and it's likely to continue to move east across I-81. Travel on I-81 here within the next half hour, next 20 minutes, I think, is going to go downhill really quickly. And Jordan has an update for me.
Berkshire's New York State Mesonet site reported a 61 mile per hour wind gust and over a half an inch of rain in 5 minutes.
Half an inch of rain in 5 minutes?
Yes.
That's insane. That is wow. Half an inch of rain in 5 minutes. What's that, 6 inches an hour? Half an inch, whatever, I think that's roughly. That's an insane rainfall amount in such a short amount of time. On top of that, we have a New York State Mesonet site that has measured 61 miles an hour with this storm. I'm going to step off camera here, and I'm looking over at our BAM across studio. I wonder if it would be possible for our director or producer to pop up the tower cam. Are we able to do that? I'll just wait a second here. And if yeah, there it is right there. Okay, great job on that. So there's a look at the that storm sitting off to the north and west. I mean, there looks like there's a little bit of a shelf cloud in that right now, but you see the rain core just pouring out of that storm to the north, right over almost right over the airport right now. And if you're just joining us here, let's take a look back over to the radar, please. If you're just joining us, why are we covering a severe thunderstorm wall to wall? This was a tornado warning about an hour ago in Tompkins County. It had report of a funnel cloud there. No reports of any tornado damage or anything yet. That wouldn't be determined until a survey was done. But it's also been cycling where it's a supercell, and it's producing possibly 2-inch hail with this. Jordan, you have another update?
Yeah, so we just got some pictures in to our email here. Video as well. It almost, like, the ground looks like it's wintertime.
Is it? Yeah,
really? From the hail, yes.
Yeah, we're gonna. I just talked to our producer. She's in my ear. We're gonna see if we can. She's got a way to lift those into the show. So we're gonna try to get those photos here on air. But again, potential for 1.5 to 2-inch hail with this storm right now, just south of Greenwood Park, and also here's the latest radar scan. Still producing large hail with this, right to the west of Route 26. So I know if you're anywhere just east of Route 38, between 38 and 26, south of Lisle, north of Maine, northeast of Newark Valley, that is where that extremely dangerous thunderstorm is located right now. And again, this has the potential to produce 60-plus mile-an-hour winds. We're going to take a look at the winds right now, because we haven't checked those out in a few moments. Oh boy, that is definitely, look at that wind velocity signature right next to the airport. What were you going to say, Jordan? Did you have?
We have another video in from Berkshire.
Okay, yep. We'll,
Blue Hill Road and North Ketchumville Road.
Okay, yeah. Hopefully, producer Mackenzie is going to be able to get those in. But here's a look at the wind velocity right now, sitting right next to the airport, right on Flint Road, Pollard Hill Road, East Main Road, right across Route 26. We're looking at winds there that have got to be over 60 miles an hour, or right at 60 miles an hour. Let's see, is it going to do it again? Sometimes that gets a little bit fussy if I'm not exact. And is it going to pop? There it is. So almost 60 miles an hour right on the doorstep of the airport. So this storm has to be producing wind damage right now. It's been persisting from Ithaca all the way southeast to the airport. And, we just took a power hit. Okay, let's see what, wow, that was, we just took a power hit here at the station. I don't know if we went black there or not, but the lights flashed here at the studio, so we must be getting some sort of lightning around the area. But this storm right north of, it's knocking on the airport's door, so to speak. So let me clear that. And I can't say much more about this storm. It's extremely dangerous. Another one, extremely dangerous storm right on Route 26, Flint Road, East Main Road. This is going to continue over to Dunham Hill Road, Brooks Road, West Shenango Road, Airport Road. There is the core of those damaging winds. I say damaging winds because that radar signature right there showing 60 mile an hour winds right on the doorstep of the Binghamton radar. So that radar beam is as close to the ground as you can get with this particular system. So again, extremely dangerous. This was a tornado warning about 45 minutes ago up in Tioga County. The fact that it's still producing damaging wind that entire distance tells you that it's an extremely tells me that it's an extremely well-organized thunderstorm. It's producing the potential of 1.5 to 2 inch hail. And it's knocking now possibly 60 plus mile an hour winds crossing over Route 26, East Main Road, Flint Road. So again, if you are east of this storm, because it has continued to push east, over to Penview Drive, West Shenango Road, Dimmock Hill Road. Here comes a radar scan right now. Let's step out and see. I started seeing some reds. Okay, so what's happening now? The core of those winds is right on top of the airport. And why don't you see anything there? That's called the cone of silence. The radar actually can't see anything very, very close to it because of how high it is in the sky. So there's a cone of silence around the airport. But what we can do is we can zoom out here and we can definitely tell that this storm still has a very strong wind signature with it. And the colors are going to change as the storm moves past the airport. Why? Because that's just how the radar works. When the colors are green, it means that the winds are coming toward the radar. When they turn into reds and pinks, it means it's moving away from the radar. And that's what's happening here now just south of the airport. Those winds are moving now away from the radar, so they're going to switch colors. They're still going to be able to produce or show the intensity of them, but it is definitely not a very nice storm right now as we look at this storm here in central Broome County. I want to step out just a moment again here, and if we can punch up the tower cam or maybe even the security mutual camera right there, looking at it. That is just one ominous looking storm up on the, there it is right there. I mean, you're looking at downtown off to the north. The airport is off to the right there, just over the hill. And, we do. Okay, so I guess what we have, let's take a look at some photos right now. I'm talking to Mackenzie, our producer, so I'm going to step over here into the weather office, and we can throw them up on the monitor. That we have picked up some pictures here from you folks in the path of this storm. If you do have any storm damage photos or any photos you'd like to pass along to us, you can send them to us at news@wbng.com. Yeah, there's a picture. I don't know where this is from. This is Andrew, and I'm not sure where Andrew's from, but looks like at least North Ketchumville Road. So that looks like at least marble-sized hail, possibly, looking at that on the deck. Do we have any other photos there from that particular area? I mean, look at that. Is this still Andrew? This is still Andrew up on North Ketchumville Road. Look at that. I mean, that's how long it was hailing. It looks like it's almost snowed right there. So,
Right now, I will say National Weather Service is confirming golf ball-sized hail falling at their office.
Whoa, okay, folks. So what we just received from Jordan, I don't know if you, Jordan, say that one more time. I don't know if you.
National Weather Service in Binghamton at their location is reporting golf ball-sized hail falling.
Wow. So now we are definitely talking about, let's switch back over to the wall. Now we are talking about, a whole different ballgame. Now we have confirmed golf ball-sized hail. That's doing damage. That's denting cars. That's breaking windows potentially. That's denting vehicles. That's maybe damaging roofs in that area. And boy, look at this wind. My goodness, this storm just won't stop. And I wonder if we've got some very strong winds right now outside the studio. So what's happened is those severe winds have crossed the airport property. Now we're crossing Dimmock Hill Road, Wilson Hill Road, Lindbergh Street, Airport Road, Willis Road, right along to the west of Route 11. If you're in the path of this storm right now, these are straight line winds. You got something?
It sounds like we have hail falling on our roof right now.
I wouldn't doubt if we had maybe some smaller hail falling on the outskirts of this storm right now. But look at these velocity values right now. These have got to be, I'm betting those are pushing 70. Let's see what we've got there. Is it going to do it? Query one more time. Come on, stick to the board this time. Go ahead, come on. Radar might be tired. I wonder what's going on here, why it's...
Oh, wow.
We've got hail hitting the roof right now, folks. That sounds like large hail.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Can we take a look at the roof cam?
Yeah, can we get...
Roof cam,
wow.
Roof cam. I want the roof cam, please. There's outside right now. You can see the hailstones bouncing on the roof.
That is just loud pings, too. So loud.
Go get video if you want. See if you can get some video quick. So again, we're looking outside right now. This is our roof cam. You could just hear the hail bouncing off the top of the roof upstairs. Can't get a sense. Jordan just ran outside really quickly to see if he can tell just how big this hail was. But folks, we are dealing with one heck of a thunderstorm right now. And this is exactly, folks, why we've been tracking this storm.
I don't know if my mic is still on. Can you hear me, Howard?
Yes, your mic is still on.
Yes, we have large hail out here.
What would you estimate?
We are talking pretty much ping pong size right now.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so bring one of those in if you can. Bring a couple of those in.
Bring one of those in.
Yeah. All right. So switch back over to the wall, please, if you would. So you just heard meteorologist Jordan Arpin here in the studio. He just ran outside really quickly and said there's at least ping pong ball size.
It is melting in my hand a little bit, but I have two pieces here.
Yep. Okay. This is going to be. Just get this in here just a second, folks. I've never had this happen before.
Before we show this, keep in mind this has melted a little bit in my hand here.
Yeah, look at this.
Two pieces here. This has melted a little bit in my hands.
Let me see that. Yeah, I don't know if you folks can see that. That is chunks of ice.
Compare it to my finger here.
That have fallen out of the sky right now. And here comes our general manager, Bob Kremenacher. He's got some hail as well. Yeah, same thing. So there we go, folks. We've got quarter-sized hail right now here in Johnson City. It looks like it has ended for the time being, but this is exactly why, go throw that in the freezer. But this is exactly why we've been paying extremely close attention to this storm. Now, enough of the hail just for a moment. I want to go back and get on top of this storm because this is extremely dangerous. It's moving right over into the town of Dickinson right now, right along Route 11, going to cross over 88 and 81 there. Smith Hill Road.
The rain is blowing like sideways right now outside, Howard.
Oh, I can imagine. I can absolutely imagine.
I can see out the window here. It is insane to see.
Yeah. So let me put the velocity on here just for a moment, and we're going to take a look at just how fast those winds are being shown. Go ahead. Right there is what I want to check. Now, this is a core of winds that just 77 miles an hour, folks. Insane. Very close to the radar. This is potentially doing significant damage right now. Not only have we just experienced at least quarter-size hail here at the station, but now we're picking up a core of wind from Hinman's Corners, Smith Hill Road, over to Dickinson, Port Dickinson, Phelps Street. If you're in Port Dickinson right now, you need to get indoors.
The wind is howling. I'm outside right now, like right at the door. The wind is howling.
Yeah, I mean, this is a storm that we don't see all that often. 77 miles an hour estimated by the wind, by the radar right now, and that's sitting right next to the radar. So we're going to zoom out here one more time because this has gone to a new level here, in my opinion. This storm is extremely, I mean, this is about as dangerous a severe thunderstorm as we get here.
I am struggling to hold the door open right now with the winds. That's how strong they are.
Is it still hailing here, Jordan? Or
no, the hail is gone, but I mean, this wind is crazy.
So what I want to do, I'm going to step off here quickly and get a measurement on the winds here just for a moment, because I want to update. I want to use a different tool here. 43, okay, that actually looks pretty good. So what I'm going to do, move the camera just a bit here, because we're getting a new scan right now, and oh my goodness.
I just watched, there's a bigger dumpster across the street. I just watched the cover of it fly open.
Okay, right now, folks, over on Bevere Street, 55 mile an hour winds are being shown by the radar. 57 mile an hour winds are showing up. This storm is doing, it has to be doing damage. There has to be some, maybe one of our producers, Mackenzie, can you check on power outages for us? Maybe if we have any, see if we have any sort of power outages with this storm right now. But it is really bad right now in Port Dickinson. We're looking at Bevere Street right in the city, over to Edwards Road, Fetters Road, north of Route 11, east of or just north of 81 and 88 there. Boy, that is a nasty, nasty storm. So what I want to do is put the cone on here, and we're going to, approximate this out just over the next, let's go just the next 5 minutes or so. And this is just some approximate locations of where the damaging winds, right? 5 Mile Point, Susquehanna Valley High School, Rogers School, I'm not, in the old Binghamton Psychiatric Center there, very near that location at this moment. Again, extremely dangerous thunderstorm that has just produced quarter-sized hail here at WBNG just a few moments ago.
We have storm reports of 3-inch limbs being broken right now. Some of those are starting to come
out. Okay, so where is that?
That is just north of Vestal.
Oh boy, okay, so just north of Vestal, so we must be talking in Endicott area? No, that doesn't seem right.
Right in Endicott. Right in Endicott.
Okay, so maybe the northern part of Endicott up toward Maine. I bet you that's where that report, 3-inch limbs broken. But again, extremely damaging storm right now, potential for substantial wind damage. Obviously, large hail produced quarter-sized hail just a moment ago. This storm was a tornado warning about an hour ago. And we started seeing these strong winds hold together, and they've moved right into central Broome County right now, right at the heart of our population, essentially, seeing 60-plus mile-an-hour winds. And also, what I want to do is take a look and see if we're still picking up some hail with this. I wonder if we still have a hail core with this. I'll zoom out here just a moment, and then we'll switch the product over to radar, and we'll see if there's a hail core with it still located. And there is still a hail core with this storm. So let's go ahead and move this over just a little bit. And then we're going to take a look right now. We're following the most dangerous part of the storm okay, so the reason we're focused on this again, folks, is this is a severe thunderstorm warning right essentially through the heart of Broome County. But as we look at this hail core signature, still incredible falling. I wonder if we have, okay, we're looking at the town. I just did that. Can we take the Security Mutual camera right now? I see there's, boy, is that a nasty looking storm downtown. I won't be able to be in the shot, but I mean, look at that. That right there, folks, is probably got some hail in there. There's probably some extremely gusty winds. You can tell from the winds look like they may have backed off there for the moment because the camera isn't shaking violently right now, but they were. Jordan, check your mic. I don't know if you're on. I don't know. I didn't hear. He's good?
I'm on, yeah.
Okay, there you go. Okay, sorry, I guess, I apologize for that. But, all right, let's go back over and take a look at the radar one more time here. So hail is being produced anywhere. I mean, I'm too zoomed in with this as it is right now, so I'm going to zoom out one more time. This thing is producing hail, from the south side of Binghamton up to, Otson Park. Extremely not odd, but a rare thunderstorm moving through Broome County right here, right now. And I would imagine there's probably many damaged areas across the area right now.
I'm seeing thousands of power outages right now.
Okay, what
the region?
Just in Broome County here, or
this was up north more in near Ithaca region, where it was that tornado warned storm earlier. But I'm still I mean, it's still like areas by the thousand
Wow.
are without power. Not as many updates for Broome County, other areas near us yet, but still, the trail of this storm is just lots of power outages.
I mean, we're going on probably 40 air miles right now or so, and the core of this hail.
More than 5,000 people in the southern tier right now.
More than 5,000 people in southern tier right now without power as a result of this thunderstorm alone. So this is why we're on television right now. We don't normally cover severe thunderstorm warnings this long. We're treating it like a tornado warning because a couple of things. One, it was producing potentially 70-plus mile-an-hour winds and golf ball-sized hail. We had quarter-sized here at WBNG just about 15 minutes ago. Here comes a new radar scan, and that hail core is still holding together. My good, this is something we don't see, again, all that often. An incredibly powerful storm just holding together right now. It's crossed over. It's on the east side of Binghamton right now. Old State Road, Nowlin Road, Strat Mill Road, Powers Road, Howell Road. That is where the core of this hail and gusty winds are forming. Let me zoom out here. Jordan, can you get me the information here? We just had that new severe thunderstorm warning. I'm going to bop out here and put just the warning on because that tag behind my head showed that severe thunderstorm warning. Okay, so this is the new severe thunderstorm warning. It looks like it's been changed and lopped off the back side of it. But what I want to do is take a look and see if anything has changed with it in terms of timing. Still until 3:30, so another, I'm not even sure what time we're at right now. We've got to be, so another 25 minutes. Severe thunderstorm warning for eastern Broome County. This storm producing at least quarter-sized hail, and with golf ball-sized hail reported at the airport with this storm as well. So we know that this storm is about as dangerous as they get for a severe thunderstorm. So what I want to do is loop this here, zoom out just a little bit.
We're getting some reports too, parts of Tompkins County, over 45,000 without power.
45,000 or 4,500?
45,000 people.
Okay, so we just got a report. You heard Logan there. Jordan, excuse me. 45,000 customers. 48,000 customers in Tompkins County are without power. 20,000 in Tioga County. This is some serious stuff, folks. I'm starting to wonder if a substation wasn't taken out or something by some winds or by some lightning, because I've never seen power outages like that. That's insane. So, my goodness, I hope everything's okay. Okay, I'm just getting issued a correction. 3,000 customers in Tioga County. But again, 2,400 customers in Tioga. Some big changes. Apologize for those numbers there. But again, looking at this storm, it's responsible for all these power outages, and it continues to move east and southeast. What's the motion on that, Jordan? Has it changed at all?
As of right now, it is still, it's more east than southeast now, but it's still moving at 45 miles
per hour. At 45 miles an hour. So again, we're just an incredibly dangerous storm right now, and I'm going to go back and move this camera over just a little bit. The stuff that you see in Tioga County, Chemung County, southeastern Tompkins County, that is not severe. It's raining heavily up that way, but what we're watching is the severe thunderstorm, which has done a ton of damage, knocked out power for thousands of people, and it continues to move and produce large hail right now in Broome County. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a look at the winds. We're going to zoom in on the velocity and see if it is still producing some damaging winds. We're going to come in a little bit, and I suspect, this storm's got to run out of fuel at some point. And so here we go. This is a look at the latest. And there's still one little core right near Zimmer Road, east of Powers Road, Hoadley Hill Road, Quilty Hill Road, right in Conklin, north of Banta Road. The winds there showing up, possibly, I'm going to guess those are 60. Maybe that's a 60 mile an hour pixel. And you're wondering, Howard, that's such a small part. Yeah, well, the radar can see that. That's what's the great thing about Doppler radar, is it has the ability to see very small features, especially this close to the Binghamton radar. 62 miles an hour, so there's likely still some damage ongoing or occurring right now just north of Conklin. Let me clear that for you.
We do have a little over 1,000 power outages throughout Binghamton right now as well.
Okay, so more power outages. I don't know We've got to be over, 5,000 or 6,000 customers total now for Tompkins, Tioga, and Broome County. Give me someone total those up for me if you can. Just looking at this storm right now, all because of most likely this one severe thunderstorm that we've been following for now. It's going on probably 45 minutes or so. Severe warned storm right through the central part of Broome County. Let's put over to the radar and see if there's any sort of hail core still with this thing. It still has hail in it. To the east of Binghamton, from right along just to the east of Route 11, where 86 and 81 split there, just over into Conklin. I suspect that hail is a little bit smaller now, but it's still the potential of quarter-sized hail. Okay, we do have some hail video. Let me step out. Can we just pump it in behind me there? Where's this from? Okay, so where is this? Is from Bob Price. I'm not sure where Bob is from, but look at how prolific this thunderstorm was. We've got some audio in it as well. Yeah, I mean, look at how prolific that storm was at producing hail. It looks like it snowed. Just absolutely insane thunderstorm going on right now. It appears, I'm not giving the all clear, it appears to maybe be weakening a little bit right now, but this is by far one of the strongest and most potentially damage-producing thunderstorms that we've seen come through our area in a couple of years. Okay, so one more time, Mackenzie, sorry. Okay, so I'm going to jump back over to the wall here. Yeah, there's a look right now. Jordan, did you have an update? Was there an update?
So lightning, we're still seeing a little over 10 flashes per minute, so definitely still some lightning there. And when I was outside, in terms of wind speed, this rivals what I experienced as a kid during Tropical Storm Irene and Superstorm Sandy.
Yeah, I mean, this is really something that we're experiencing right now, and not necessarily in a good way. It is producing, it looks like, again, that hail core is sinking, or it's shrinking, which is a good thing. But we know for a fact that it has produced quarter-sized hail. Golf ball-sized hail was reported at the Binghamton Airport. There was a funnel cloud reported with this storm up in Ithaca, and it continues to move east. I want to look at the velocity one more time, because I think there's still some strong winds now crossing over Route 81 over into Conklin and northeastern Pennsylvania. Yeah, we'll take one more view of that and kind of come in and see what we're looking at in terms of wind velocities in that area. But we know that this storm has produced numerous power outages from Tompkins County, northern Tioga County, now Broome County as well. There's a look at Banta Road, Corbett'sville, Kirkwood, Conklin, Main Street. I mean, that's where that's where the strongest winds with this storm are currently located. What I like to see again, though, is that core of damaging winds, or potentially damaging winds, is shrinking. When it's a mile wide, that's a much bigger problem than when it's highly localized like that. So let's take a look and see what the radar is actually showing in terms of velocity values. With that 66 miles an hour is what's being measured by radar just north of Banta Road. Then that 32 value isn't correct.
We're getting some more pictures in south side of Binghamton, reports of hail.
Okay, so we've got more pictures of hail. Reminding, this has gone through a significant portion of the population here and I'm going to change my thought here. We did just get a new radar scan, and this is crossing over this is essentially crossing over the Susquehanna and Tioga County border. There it is right there. So we're south of Riverside now. We're moving into northeastern Pennsylvania, Orchard Road, English Falls Road, north of Baptist Hill Road. Some of those velocity values look even stronger than that. I'm going to guess that's 70, maybe 70 plus. Is it going to let me? Boy, that is finicky. I apologize for that. It's highlighted. Let's come in and see what we've got right on the border. That can't be right. 113 miles an hour, that can't be right. That's concerning. I can't say that is correct, but I will say that is, those are straight line winds, and Yeah, that I don't think is right. I'm going to take those off. I can't let myself believe that there's 100+ mile an hour winds in those storms right now. I don't think that's the case. What I can say, though, is that there is the potential for damaging winds south of Conklin Road over into northeastern Susquehanna County, right along and to the west of I-81. This storm continues to produce damage. Jordan,
We have our first official hail report from National Weather Service in Binghamton. They reported 1.75-inch hail at their office.
golf ball-sized hail was reported. So that's, just an incredibly powerful and damaging storm here. Also, I want to just go up here and take a look. But that storm right here is headed down. Let me put a zoom on that for you. I think it's heading down toward, with any luck, it's going to miss Great Bend, but it will be coming in. I'm going to step off here just for a second. It is very, very strong storm right now crossing the New York-Pennsylvania border. Okay, so give me 1 second, Mackenzie. I want to take a look at these here. So this is, I wanted to zoom this. We've got some pictures from the south side coming up in just a moment, but I want to loop this, and you can kind of see where that storm is headed at the moment, and it's heading south and east. So this is going to come extremely close to Great Bend. Maybe, oh, there it is. It's just to the north of Great Bend right now, over State Route 1027 in Pennsylvania. Also, boy, there is more more evidence from the radar of 90+ mile an hour winds, and I'm flabbergasted right now that is what the radar is actually picking up. McHugh Hill Road, if you're in northern Susquehanna County, Island Plain, Hickory Grove, State Route 1027, Downs Road, right along, looks like State Route 171, Smoky Hollow Road, right north of Great Bend. This storm is moving southeast around 45 miles an hour and is likely producing additional damage right now along I-81 and north in Great Bend, essentially. That storm is headed over toward, it's headed over toward the Lanesboro, Susquehanna, Oakland area. So if you're in that area, be on the lookout. Probably head indoors because this storm is headed in your direction. Let me loop here just a moment again, kind of get a better idea as to how long. Let me put the shortened loop up here for the last let's go last 30 minutes, and I'll slow it down as well. That will give us a chance to better track that. So
Almost 2,000 power outages just in Binghamton now, and the severe thunderstorm warning was extended.
Okay, so I'm not sure, over 2,000 customers in Broome?
Right around 2,000, yes.
Okay, so we're around 2,000 customers in Broome right now without power. But there is the worst of this storm right now, moving into Great Bend. It's sinking south and east of Binghamton. It's passed through Conklin and Riverside. It is now over in Great Bend. It's heading out. It's going to cross right through Route 171, cross along, and then head over into Susquehanna Depot and Oakland area as well. It's headed right in that... Okay, so I'm just getting in my ear. Mayor Jared Cram is confirming multiple trees and power lines down in the city of Binghamton. So again, that is confirmed from city officials. Mayor, let's take a look at the photos I think we have right now. Yeah, there looks like there's a bunch of hail. You can see some branches down. But this is, again, I'm assuming in the city of Binghamton. Mayor Jared Cram just confirmed that there are multiple trees and power lines down in the city. Yeah, those you can still, I can't tell the size of the hail there. Picture looks a little bit blurry, but definitely a dangerous storm here that is now sinking into northeastern Pennsylvania. And again, say that one more time, Mackenzie. Okay, and these are from Ava Gentile, I think it was. Either way, an incredibly dangerous storm that now, Jordan, you said that this storm it was updated with that severe thunderstorm?
Yes, so the severe thunderstorm warning was extended into parts of like very southern Delaware County, but Wayne and Susquehanna counties as well. And it's still 70 mile per hour winds possible, and hail still 1.75 inches with the considerable damage threat.
Okay, so, all right, I want to take a look at the latest warnings right now. As we were just saying, I'm going to head back over to the wall Two severe thunderstorm warnings right now. One that is in northeastern Pennsylvania that includes Wayne County, also into southern Delaware County, and the other one that is the residual of the storm that has been ongoing for the last hour and a half now or so from up around Ithaca is in eastern Broome County. So to get the specifics on this, again, the newly issued severe thunderstorm warning is in southeastern Broome and northeastern Susquehanna, northern Wayne, and southern Delaware. That's in effect until 4 o'clock here this afternoon. This storm we know has produced damage. It seems to be kind of splitting off from the storm that was right through central Broome County, but that is the newly issued severe thunderstorm warning in southeastern Broome, northeastern Pennsylvania, northeastern Susquehanna, northern Wayne, and southern Delaware County. There is also, again, another severe thunderstorm warning that was the residual of the original. That's in effect until 3:30 here, which should be coming up in another 11 minutes or so. That will hopefully be allowed to expire. So let's go back over and take a look at the radar right now and see, the big picture here. And this is the storm, right in this general area, essentially from Colesville over to Arctic area, China, down through Great Bend. That is where the worst part of this storm is located. And this storm has produced multiple power outages, and there's going to be a swath of damage. I know it. With this storm, as I mentioned just a moment ago, if you're just joining in, Mayor Jared Cram confirming multiple power lines and trees down in the city of Binghamton with crews responding. So incredibly dangerous storm right now, moving through southeastern Broome County and northeastern Susquehanna County. They're moving into just to the east of Great Bend. So if you're in northeastern Susquehanna County or northern Wayne County, you need to be, I'd say, get indoors, get into a safe spot. These are straight line winds, but damage is damage, man. I mean, 70-mile-an-hour winds doesn't matter to whether they're swirling or whether they're blowing in a straight line. Still going to exert just as much force, still going to blow trees down, still going to snap power lines and power poles and such. So it doesn't matter whether they're spinning or straight line. This is an extremely dangerous storm that has a history of damage. It has a history of producing golf ball-sized hail. So again, this is why we're on air covering this storm. We don't cover severe thunderstorms very often wall to wall. However, this was a rare situation where the ingredients were there and the storm just kept strengthening and strengthening, and we saw the hail core grow. An extremely dangerous storm still, southeastern Broome County into northeastern Susquehanna County. Let me put the cone on this, or see if we can get a squall on this to kind of give us an estimate of where this storm could possibly be in what amount of time. Again, this is just estimated. So we'll say, let's say over the next half an hour. This is, again, just estimated based on what we see right now on radar. Susquehanna Depot, 325, Lanesboro, 326, Storuca, around 327, or 337, excuse me. Tallmanville, around 343, Hancock, 348, Lake Como, 349, and Stockport, around 351. Again, that's assuming that this storm continues to move in that exact direction. It's moving southeast at 45 miles an hour, still producing some hail with it and the potential of damaging winds, as we know it has already done so with damaging winds here in the city of Binghamton, as also I'm assuming there's going to be a trail of damage in western Broome, Tioga County, possibly even up into Tompkins County, as we've seen winds estimated on radar as high as 70 miles an hour. But I'm going to zoom over now. And let's take a look at the, I want to take a look at the storm weather velocities. There was no mention of any rotation or anything with this, was there, Jordan?
With this newest update, no.
Yeah, I don't see any tight rotation with this storm, so I'm not overly concerned about tornadic at this point, but what I am overly concerned about is just the straight line wind damage. Again, there is the core of extremely dangerous winds right now crossing over into northeastern Susquehanna County. We're going to come in again. If you're just joining us, this storm has been producing quarter-sized hail, golf ball-sized hail at the National Weather Service in Binghamton, It's produced that we know confirmed power outages across Tioga, Tompkins, Broome County, as well as trees and power lines, multiple, according to Mayor Jared Cram, in the city of Binghamton. So there it is, yeah, from Hargrave Road, Locust Hill Road. That's an area just a couple years ago, I think, that was hit by a tornado. Somewhere in that northeastern, southeastern Broome County there. I don't know what happened there. We just lost all of our radar. I'm going to back off here, gap off camera. That's rather odd that we've seemed to have lost that for a moment. So let's go over to radar, and hopefully we didn't lose that. And that's never a good sign. Let me see if we can zoom out here just a moment and kind of reset things. Go back over to radar, and I'm not seeing any data at the moment. Jordan, are you seeing any radar on one of the other, on Max 2 there? Go to level 2 radar, please, not the composite. I seem to have lost radar here on air. Do we have a look at the tower cam? Maybe can we swing that over and possibly look east, look south and east of that storm? That right there looks like it's looking. Can we move that over to the little bit more to the south and east more? Yeah, we're going to see if we can get that camera moved over because of where that dangerous part of the storm was. And I'm waiting right now. Meteorologist Jordan Arpin is here in the weather office with me as well, and he's checking.
I lost it on mine too.
You just have warnings? Do you have?
Yeah, I lost warnings.
Wow, that's I don't know what's I don't know what is going on here. I'm going to jump over here and slide over one more time. I've got a backup radar program here that seems to be working. You know what? Yeah, I don't know what to say. I think we must be having I wonder if we're having a data. Oh, no, there it goes. It just popped back in here. That was just a glitch in the system, or a glitch in the matrix, I think just happened. But we do now have radar back. I was getting concerned there that maybe we lost connection to the internet. But as far as what we're looking at, again, the leading edge of that storm, that actually looks like it's a little bit behind. I thought that storm was farther east than that. So give me one moment here. Something is really wonky. Yeah, that storm's farther east, I'm pretty sure. Let me go look. That's not even into Great Bend yet, and this is this is an old radar image. So I'm not sure what's happening here. We might have lost connection to the internet or something, because this is an old radar image. Yeah, I wonder if we have an internet issue in the build. We just lost internet camera as well. But see, we're getting data because that stuff's coming in. Jordan, is there maybe a message inside the Max computer that maybe there's an outage or something, like a radar outage? Because that is definitely an old scan.
I am not seeing anything as of recently.
Okay. Really, really odd. So what I'm going to do, I have this here. I have my backup computer here that I use a separate radar program. What I can do is, let me see if this is actually at 21. So we're at 20. Yeah, it should be. We're getting fresh data here. I can tell you right now. I can't show it to you here on the screen until we get some of the latest. You know what we're going to do? Why don't we? Let's go over to the tower cam, or maybe do we have some photos that we can show? I want to reboot the weather computer. Okay, so we're going to put the tower cam up right now, and I'm going to reboot the weather computer perhaps and see if maybe that will bring us back. We definitely have lost recent radar because that is not showing up there. So I'm just going to reboot my weather computer here and see if maybe that will reestablish connection to the server. In the meantime, there's a look at the tower cam. We're headed off to the south. That's looking south, and the worst of this storm right now is crossing over into northeastern Pennsylvania. It's over toward Lanesboro. Jordan, I'm going to step over here, go back over to the wall. Let's see, keep an eye on that. If that powers up, if it does, I have a severe weather hit. Put that severe weather hit on air for me. So let's go back over to radar. Let's leave it here, and I can read some areas off to you, off camera here. Again, we're looking right now at 60 to 70 mile an hour winds moving into Oakland, Susquehanna, Lanesboro. Oh, awesome. And we also have a photographer live in Binghamton that's going to get some photos or some video. I think photos or videos here coming up in just a couple of moments. So when we get that, we'll be able to turn it over to a live shot outside with what is turning into be an incredibly busy afternoon here with this severe thunderstorm warning. Okay, just got an update from our producer. 3,300 customers now in Broome County are without power. The result of this severe thunderstorm that is now, the worst of it has sunk into Susquehanna County. And folks, this thing is still, I wish I could show you the radar here. I'm hoping that we get back up here. I do see some velocity data.
Yes, it looks like it is running again.
It is running again. Okay, so what I want to do is I'm going to come over here and get confirmation, so we're going to go down. Okay, that, I apologize for that.
Yeah.
Oh, Bevere and North Griswold Street. Let's go to radar. Bevere and North Griswold Street. There are wires down and are on fire. That is per our producer in the booth right now. So if we can switch back over to radar, it looks like we have current radar, which is good. And then we're going to hold off and wait for some new some I don't know if it's live video or some video coming in from we have a reporter in the field right now. So can we switch back over to the weather radar? There we go. So here's a look at the velocity right now. So again, apologize for that little hiccup. I don't know what happened.
Into Silver Lake, getting new information. To Silver Lake into Great Bend, multiple reports of trees and wires coming down.
Silver Lake into Great Bend, and this is this part of the storm. So still an incredibly dangerous storm. We're going to take a look at where this is located right now. If you're in Storuca, this storm is headed right toward you. There is a look right in Susquehanna Depot. Lanesboro getting smacked right now by probably 60 or 70 mile an hour winds. Jordan?
There's a new severe thunderstorm warning, and it is actually strengthening. The winds have increased now up to 80 mile per hour gusts. They're now using a destructive tag instead of considerable.
And that's this severe thunderstorm we're talking about in northeastern Susquehanna?
Yes.
Yeah. So as I was talking about, the values that we're seeing here are going in the wrong direction. Meaning they are increasing, and that means that this storm is becoming more destructive, or at least the potential to turn more destructive. And the worst part about it, it's moving through populated areas. It's already moved through the city of Binghamton. It moved through Ithaca. It's now moving through Lanesboro and Susquehanna Depot, Viaduct Street. I mean, these wind velocities are 70 plus miles an hour, I'm guessing. What did the latest warning say?
80 mile per hour gust and still golf ball sized hail.
Yeah, so this storm has the potential to produce 80 mile an hour winds and golf ball sized hail. Right now it's in Lanesboro, Susquehanna Depot, Bear Swamp Road. Again, if you're over in Storuca, head indoors, get into a safe spot because this storm is headed right in your direction. I'm going to zoom out just a little bit here. Again, we're looking at the worst of this storm is now over into northeastern Susquehanna County, moving to the south and east. 70, 80 mile an hour winds possible with this storm. As we look at the radar, it also, did we just get an update? I think we did just get another radar. So let's go back over to and move that camera over just a little bit, because that latest radar scan just came in as I was moving the map. So let's slide it over, and then we're still seeing those extremely strong winds right now, just to the east of Susquehanna Depot, right along State Route 171 there, just to the west of Storuca. So Storuca, I mean, I'm going to even put anybody watching from Preston area, Ararat, you need to be in a safe spot right now because of the strength of these storms. Okay, so did we have any video of the power lines we said we had? Okay, so what we're going to do, I want to get, hold off, we're going to get some video of some power lines that are on fire in the city of Binghamton. We'll get to that in a moment, but I still want to focus on this, the core of this damaging wind. The latest severe thunderstorm warning has indicated that this storm, the winds are increasing in strength. It's already done quite a bit of damage across the area, as I've mentioned, and now the fact that it's a smaller core of winds, but potential for 80 mile an hour winds with this storm right now. And now they're straight line winds, But again, I remind you, it doesn't matter. It doesn't have to have a tornado warning on it to be dangerous or deadly. This is an extremely dangerous situation crossing over into northeastern Susquehanna County, extreme northeastern Susquehanna, and going to be northwestern Wayne County. Has a history of producing wind damage, lots of hail reports. This storm, believe it or not, was a tornado warning around 2 o'clock up in Ithaca, and a funnel cloud was reported as well. So incredibly, incredibly dangerous storm that is long-lived, and thankfully, we're really only dealing with this one severe thunderstorm right now that has kind of allowed us to focus in on it intently, because they don't get much more dangerous than what we're seeing right now, folks. Again, I remind you, we don't have to have a tornado warning per se to be dangerous or life-threatening, and this exact storm right here is why we're talking about life-threatening situation with this. 80-mile-an-hour winds is going to knock down large trees. It's going to snap power poles. It's going to take power lines and chuck them to the ground. There's a look at the latest radar updates. So Storuca, you're getting ready for some extremely strong winds, damaging winds most likely there, crossing over Route 171. And then Preston, you're probably just a little ways away from this. Jordan, did they update the speed on that?
Let me look. Just getting it open.
Yep,
Give me
no,
1
it's fine.
second, please.
Checking to see if there's an updated speed on this newly issued severe thunderstorm warning.
Yes, it's now moving southeast at 50 miles per hour.
Okay, so we've got some video of the storm damage right now down in Binghamton. We'll get to in just a second here, but this storm is now moving 50 miles an hour. So if we can just hold that video for 1 second, I want to put this storm, again, this is sitting down in northeastern Pennsylvania. Let me clear that, apologies. And then we're going to draw that again. So this is approximately the direction that these winds are moving, give or take, possibly just clipping Hancock on the northern edge. So this is going to be near Shehawken, around 340, Lakewood 341, Lake Como 345, Stockport 348. If you know anybody that is maybe floating down the Delaware River, get a hold of them, tell them to get to shore and get to shelter, because again, you don't want this storm. It's not that far away. It's moving 45 to 50 miles an hour, and it is only, it looks like, a half hour or so away from the Delaware River there. So if you know anybody kayaking there today or fishing, give them a heads up that there is a dangerous storm headed their way. But again, Storuca 335, Lakewood 341, Lake Como 345, and Stockport 348. Now, I believe we do have some video of some power lines down in the city. Can we? Okay. We're going to be taking a live shot here in just a moment. So we're going to hold on until that live shot is ready to go. And just an incredibly dangerous situation here this afternoon, folks. Thankfully, only one severe thunderstorm warning right now. But boy, is it a doozy. This storm has been moving south and east from the Finger Lakes about 2 o'clock, before 2 o'clock, and it continues to hold strength here. We're now looking at 3:35 with a incredibly dangerous confirmed damage producing thunderstorm. Jordan, can you check, throw in Max 2 there, can you throw just a graphic on that maybe has the storm, the local storm reports?
I'm beginning to get some in here.
Okay.
Some of them are showing up on Max here, but we're getting,
Okay.
yeah.
When we get some, if we get some populated there, let me know and we'll switch over. I can set something up here so we can get a sense of just how.
We're getting reports, thunderstorm damage, wind damage reports, numerous wires down,
Okay.
trees down throughout Broome County and Binghamton area.
And are those icons showing up in Max yet or not quite?
There is one just
Okay.
north of Dickinson, but the other ones have not showed up
They're
yet.
not showing up yet. Okay, so again, we are getting confirmed reports of damage with this storm. Now it's crossing over into northern Wayne County. So again, if you're in Preston, right along 370 there, or north on 247, you are in potential for 70 or 80 mile an hour winds. I think we got something to say, producer? Okay, we're just waiting. We're waiting on a live shot right now. We have a reporter out in the field of damage in the city of Binghamton right now.
We have more reports of trees and wires down across northern Susquehanna County as well. More official reports coming in.
And that's exactly what's happening here with this storm is. So now we know that this storm is producing wind damage. inside Susquehanna County as well. Just a very rare situation here. Now, thankfully, it's moving into a less populated area. That's really good news because this storm has hit Susquehanna Depot. It's hit Lanesboro. It's hit the city of Binghamton. It's hit Ithaca. Okay, so we've got a live shot right now. Can I stay here at the wall or should I step off? Okay, there's a look at State Street right now down in the city of Binghamton. This is a live shot right now. I mean, look at that tree damage. This probably happened all within the last half an hour. Significant tree damage. My goodness, look at that. That is significant. I don't see any power lines down there, but that is not a small tree that has been blown apart by winds, possibly by lightning, impossible to say. But that is a dangerous situation right there. I hope there's no power lines down in that area. But look at the size of that. I mean, that is a gigantic tree that has been blown down or snapped by wind or by lightning. We don't know, but I mean, you can see that is a significant, sizable tree. To knock down a tree of that size, unless it was diseased, but to knock a tree down of that size takes some significant damage. There's a look at the power lines. This is, again, where was this video? This is Bevere and North Griswold Street just a little while ago in the city of Binghamton. You see those off in the distance. There is some power lines that were on fire. So this whole storm has done a lot. Look at that. I mean, that is, thank goodness that didn't fall. I don't think that's on someone's house. It looks like it's on the road, but thank goodness those power lines didn't fall on someone's roof there, and we'd have a much different situation there. All right, so let's come back out here to, Jordan, did you have something, you have an update?
Yes, I have an update from the National Weather Service.
Okay.
They said there are so many reports of trees and wires down throughout Tompkins and Broome County that they're just issuing a single local storm report for now until they get farther details.
I've never heard of that happening here in Binghamton. If what he's saying there is essentially there are so many, when there are local damage reports, the National Weather Service, the public, certified storm spotters, the public, they'll send storm reports through the storm report connection at the Weather Service. Then the Weather Service can use those real-time reports to know what is happening. Essentially, there are so many damage reports from the Finger Lakes through Broome County that they can't catch up to them all. And it's going to take them, who knows how, it'll take them a couple hours maybe. We got to get through this severe weather first. All we know is that this storm has produced damage. It still could be producing damage as it moves into northern Wayne County right now over toward Preston. But this is, I'm going to say this is kind of an unprecedented thunderstorm. The fact that it has produced a tornado warning in Tompkins County, a funnel cloud reported. We've seen quarter-sized hail here at WBNG, golf ball-sized hail at the airport.
We are now at 9,500 customers without power just in Broome County.
Almost 10,000 customers without power in Broome County. So we've got power outages from Tompkins, Tioga, Broome, most likely Susquehanna County. Numerous reports of of tree damage up in Susquehanna County. So this is one of the most destructive thunderstorms I've seen move through the Twin Tiers in many years. Just the magnitude of the winds, the size of the hail. Again, just a situation where, we're still watching it. It looks like it's moving into, we should get a radar scan update here pretty quickly, as we I think we might have just got an update on that severe thunderstorm warning in Susquehanna County. Did we?
There was a new one issued just to the south and west of the current warning.
To the south and west. Okay, so that must be down closer to Montrose. I'm guessing maybe including Montrose.
Yes, exactly, right through the center of Susquehanna County.
Okay, so that is where that new severe thunderstorm warning is. But what we're focused on again is that storm right there that's coming into Preston, as it has produced incredible amounts of damage. All right, so we're going to go live to a reporter. We have damage of a house. Looks like a tree has fallen on a home in the city of Binghamton. There's the gutter hanging down right now. That tree looks diseased, but yeah, look at that. The branch tree caught the corner of that home. Hopefully everybody's okay at that location, but not a good situation Could have been worse, of course, but it looks like that that roof took some substantial damage there as that gigantic tree was either blown down. Again, that doesn't look like the healthiest tree based on the wood color there, but it is, regardless, it's a down tree, and somebody now has to deal with the damage to a home, and again, not a good situation. But this is a live shot. Where is this being? That's in the city? That was in the city of Binghamton. So again, live footage. This is going to be a storm that people are going to remember for a while because of how much damage it has caused. So an update on that storm that now is moved into Preston. Looks like maybe we're going to take one more zoom in here. The core of those winds may finally be shrinking and decreasing in strength. There's still one really strong pixel.
They just continued the severe thunderstorm warning
For Susquehanna County there?
for Wayne and Susquehanna County.
Okay, so that's this, so they're continuing it. But here's Library Road, Reynolds Road, Beaver Hollow Road, right in Preston. There's a radar estimate, or there's a pixel that has got to be probably 70 miles an hour. I'm guessing 65 miles an hour if it comes up. Okay, I was wrong. 92 miles an hour is what the radar is showing. Again, there have been some really high pixels or velocity values being detected here. I suspect that it's probably not. Although, Jordan, didn't you say that the Weather Service was saying this could produce 80 mile an hour winds?
Yes, the severe thunderstorm warning still has the 80 mile per hour wind gust.
So that 92 mile an hour pixel right now, although it's isolated, I cannot completely disregard that in just north or right in Preston right now, just to the west of Route 370. I guess we've got some more live video here from, I'm guessing, from the city of Binghamton. Look at there's someone's fence that has been taken down by tree branches that have fallen through. So we've seen power outages. We've got to be, thousands of customers are without power here this afternoon and this evening. We're looking at damage, tree damage, power. We have 10,000 customers in Broome County alone, folks, that now do not have power as a result of this singular thunderstorm that has moved through. But again, just an incredibly dangerous situation that I don't want to give the all clear yet by any means, but what we're looking at is the core of those extremely dangerous winds, those 80 plus mile an hour winds, does appear to be shrinking a little bit. Now let me back this out just a little bit. Jordan, you have an update?
Yeah, so in Broome County, the severe thunderstorm warning was canceled.
Okay, so no longer severe in Broome County. That's really good news, but we still have that severe thunderstorm warning down in northeastern Susquehanna and down into now northern Wayne County as well in northern Pennsylvania there. But yeah,
Parts of southern Delaware County as well, very southern parts.
Yeah, and looking at that, let me go back into, let me zoom out just even a little bit more. And the worst part of this storm is well south of Delaware County, where those purple or where those orange or yellow shaded pixels are, or south down toward Preston, moving off down eventually over toward Sullivan County there. So doesn't look like there's anything super concerning right now in Delaware County. However, that being said, there's still probably some lightning occurring with it, and some gusty winds may be there as well. But what's important here is that this has been an extremely damaging thunderstorm that we've been now covering for over we're going on probably an hour and a half worth of coverage. That storm started as a tornado warning near Ithaca, moved across toward Tioga County, into Broome, and now into Wayne County with a trail of damage. So much damage, in fact, being reported that the National Weather Service can't keep up with all the damage reports coming into the office. So they're just issuing a single storm damage report saying multiple trees and power outages, power lines. We've seen pictures of a home damaged in Binghamton, power lines on fire. Extremely rare situation that we're dealing with here today as a result of this severe thunderstorm that has moved through. I realize we've been focusing a lot on that severe thunderstorm, rightfully so. What I want to do is give you a quick update. Once this line moves through, I think the severe threat is over. If you remember yesterday, if you were following the forecast closely, I mentioned multiple times what I thought was going to be about the 1 p.m. to 5 p.m. time frame for severe weather. We are right almost at the 4 o'clock hour, so we're right in that time frame that we were expecting, and the worst of the weather is sinking south and east of the area. The activity that we're seeing elsewhere over toward Elmira, much weaker. Still some heavy downpours also up around the city of Norwich. Heavy downpours, but very likely not going to turn severe. Okay, yep, go ahead. We've got more live video from a reporter out on the field right now. Oh my goodness, look at that. Look at the size of that. I guess that's just horrible. I mean, just destroyed, laying across somebody's yard. It looks like it clipped the roof of that home as well, the front porch. That is just unbelievable. Wow, what a storm here. So again, there's another example of just how extremely dangerous this storm has been, and the number one reason why we have been broadcasting live now for over an hour and a half, keeping you folks up to date. You see the police arriving on scene right now. The only thing I can say right now is we hope that everybody's okay. We hope nobody's been hurt. We can deal with the power outages. We can deal with the structural damage. We can get all that stuff fixed. But when people start getting hurt, that's when it goes to a different level, and I hope that everybody today has been able to be informed here, both from yesterday, letting you know about the first alert, and now, of course, what's going on here now with us tracking the storm down to the street, essentially, over the last hour and a half. Hopefully, we've kept you and your family safe.
There was a storm just south of Delhi that just got issued a severe thunderstorm warning.
Okay.
60-mile-per-hour winds and hail up to an inch.
Okay, well, let's go ahead and take a look at that now. So we've now seen another storm that has been deemed severe. I'm just going to slide off camera here just for a moment. So the newly issued severe thunderstorm warning is now over in Delaware County. This is for that storm just south of Delhi. Let's throw the warning on. This storm has the potential to produce 60-mile-an-hour winds. And I'll be honest with you, based on what this storm has done so far in Broome County, I would not mess around with this storm, folks. While no two thunderstorms are the same, I absolutely urge you to treat this storm that has been warned severe in central and eastern Delaware County until 4:15. It is a severe thunderstorm, newly issued, potential to produce 60-mile-an-hour winds. Let me see here. Okay, we'll take that in just a moment, but yes, they're saying that this is moving southeast at 35, 60-mile-an-hour winds and quarter-sized hail possible. Delhi, Hamden, Andes, Margaretville, Arkville, Big Pond campsite, East Delhi, Wolf Hollow, and Little Pond campground. Those are all locations listed here in that particular warning. Now, what I want to do quickly before we step away from this and take a look at more live video, I want to put a cone on this so that folks know exactly what's going on in Delaware County where this particular storm may be. Jordan, what was the speed on that one again?
Let me pull that up here. The wind speed or the storm speed?
The storm speed, the storm motion.
This one is southeast at 35 miles per hour.
Southeast at 35 miles an hour. So let me go over here and change that really quickly. Okay, we're good. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw a polygon on, or a squall line on this to show you approximately where this storm is moving. Now, as I loop this, let me just make sure that I've got that properly, and that looks about right. So what I've done is I've looped it there. Let's go to now, and this again, newly issued severe thunderstorm warning in Delaware County. This storm will be near Andes around 3:50, Margaretville 403, Dunraven at 4:01, Arkville 4:05, Mapledale 4:12, that campground we mentioned there at 4:16, and Hardenberg around 4:18. Again, this storm is right now over Delhi and Hamden, has the possibility to produce 60-mile-an-hour winds with it. Now, as we get out a little bit farther into Delaware County, again, the radar beam is much, much higher in the atmosphere, so we're not really getting a true sense of what may be happening in the lowest part of the atmosphere. So if we're looking out in that general area, the radar beam is 3,000 to 4,000 feet high. It's a long ways out there, and so essentially what that means is we're missing anything below that level, even on the lowest radar scan. So potential for 60-mile-an-hour winds because of the environment that we're in, and based on essentially just that entire setup here today in terms of the atmosphere. But again, that severe thunderstorm warning includes Walton and Hamden. It's moving off to the south and east, includes Andes. I can put that warning on here right now again, and you'll see that what it is. Just issued here just a few moments ago. You're just joining us, there it is. So it includes Andes over to Margaretville, right along Route 30 there, Hamden, Route 10, just northeast of Downsville. That severe thunderstorm warning is now in effect until that was till what time was that again? Till 4:30?
That one is in effect
until
for 22 minutes,
until
so it looks
4:15.
like 4:15,
Until
yes.
4:15, yeah. So that storm right there, severe thunderstorm, the newest issued severe thunderstorm warning in Delaware County until 4:15. So there's a look at the radar right now as we move the camera here off to the south and west. Camera move, there it is, that's highlighted now. So again, the storm is located right now from Delhi over to Hamden. It's touching Andes. Okay, so now that we've got that information, we've got some more storm damage live right now from a reporter out on the field. And there's a look. Looks like that power pole that snapped. I can't really tell from that particular. Yeah. So there. Yeah. Look at the tree. I mean, so it's more significant tree damage right there. Boy, yeah. I mean, but you can see the inside of that tree. That looks like a diseased or damaged tree potentially. And boy, what a mess right now.
I'm getting some more reports in as well in Susquehanna County.
Okay.
Multiple reports of trees down on houses, trees and wires blocking roadways. Church Street of Great Bend is where one of these is, and another tree is blocking another road in Great Bend. And we're also getting reports of quarter-sized hail in Lakewood, Pennsylvania.
Yeah, I mean that is the worst news that we can hear, is that trees are falling on homes, and that's in northern Susquehanna County. Again, we hope everybody is safe. We hope nobody's hurt, but just a fingerprint of just how dangerous today this thunderstorm was, and the exact reason why we've been on television now for almost, I think we've been on 2 hours. I mean, we went on just before 2 o'clock, I think.
Yeah, it was a little before 2, yeah.
I mean, we've been covering this thunderstorm for 2 hours, wall to wall, keeping you folks safe, hopefully. But just an incredibly dangerous situation right now that is, just popping up here. We had essentially one thunderstorm, but it was just an absolute doozy, one that we don't see in terms of strength like that all that often here in the Twin Tiers. And again, too many. I wonder if do we have any power outage updates? Okay, we're going to see. Oh, Autry Moneshny's in studio now. Let's see if Autrya's got a power update.
In Broome County, there are more than 10,000 people without power.
Still more than 10,000 customers without power in Broome County.
Tyler County, more than 4,000.
More than 4,000 in Tioga County.
And more than 3,000 in Tompkins.
And more than 3,000 in Tompkins County. Jordan, can you search Penn Elec? It's the electric company in Pennsylvania. See if we can get a power outage update for maybe even Susquehanna County. But we did you heard Jordan say just a moment ago, there were reports of trees on homes in Susquehanna County. Again, we were seeing radar pixels 80 plus miles an hour moving through, straight line winds. But again, this is what we try to stress. It does not matter if you don't have a tornado warning. Just because you don't have a tornado warning doesn't mean you shouldn't treat every single thunderstorm with respect, because especially a severe thunderstorm, because you can have 70 or 80 mile an hour straight winds are the same as 70 mile an hour circulating winds. Just able to do an incredible amount of damage.
I am looking at least 1,000 power outages.
In Susquehanna?
Yes.
So, I mean, that's per Penelec, at least 1,000 power outages up in Susquehanna County. So, all those, just a truly devastating day here today.
Just in Great Bend, there's almost 1,000 power outages.
Okay, just in Great Bend alone, over 1,000 customers are without power. So you go from Broome, Tioga, Tompkins over to Susquehanna County, and we're looking at, multiple thousands of people without power here. here this afternoon, the result of one singular thunderstorm that it just exploded in strength and has continued to push off to the south and to the east, anywhere from 40 to 45 miles an hour over the last 2 hours. Again, if you're just joining us, we're in a unique situation, a rare situation here today where we've been following a thunderstorm for over 2 hours. It began as a tornado warning in Tompkins County and then moved into northern Tioga, into central Broome, southern Broome, now into northeastern Pennsylvania, and it has produced thousands of power outages, multiple damage reports of tree damage, of structure damage, power lines down. It's an incredibly rare storm that has just run through. One more time, Rex, is in my ear? Okay, so yeah, let's take a look now. Again, something kind of a byproduct of this is we've been dealing with, this is a look at street flooding in downtown Binghamton. You notice the utility worker there probably digging out the storm drain, probably clogged, but we weren't even paying attention to the rain rates because what was important here was the winds. And I'm not sure exactly where that is, but definitely quite a bit of standing water there on the city street, and that goes along with all of the tree damage and the power lines and the structural damage too. So we've seen at least 2 structures that have been damaged in the city of Binghamton. Mayor Jared Cram came on a little while ago and said that it was, confirmed multiple power outages with trees and power lines down. It's just an incredibly serious situation that thankfully here for us in Broome County, Shenango County, western Delaware, and places to the west and north, things are improving. The severe threat, again, is mainly on the leading edge of that line of thunderstorms. And so things are looking a little bit better here for most of the area. However, that being said, southern Delaware County, Downsville over to Margaretville, Rockland. Oh, no. Okay, so we've got another live shot. This is I'm assuming in the city of Binghamton with broken windows. Now, that could be from hail. These storms, wow. Yeah, I almost say hail. You can see it. Well, that's really hard to say. I thought maybe the specks on the side of the building there were maybe from some hailstones, but these storms were producing quarter-sized to golf ball-sized hail, driven by 70-mile-an-hour winds. Those become incredibly dangerous, and they'll take out windows, just as seen there. So again, hopefully nobody was injured there.
The severe thunderstorm warning has been extended into Sullivan, New York, and Wayne, Pennsylvania.
So that's that system there. It's sinking out of our viewing area, so we're not so concerned about that right here. But again, what we are watching is that severe thunderstorm warning in Delaware County that's still in effect until, I believe, until 4:15. 4:15. So let's go back and take a look at that. That storm right now and see what's happening with it. There is the potential there. That's the severe storm right there near Margaretville, extending over to Margaretville, over to Shandaken, as well as Downsville. That has the potential, given the environment here today, to produce additional damaging wind. Now, thankfully, on that radar signature, I'm not seeing anything that is really jumping out at me. This, interestingly enough, is the radar signature out of Albany, not Binghamton, because you get out into eastern Delaware County and the radar in Albany becomes a little bit, our weather system defaults to that. So definitely a, situation in southern Delaware County, eastern Delaware County, that we're not seeing any damaging winds on the radar right at the moment, but again, given the thermodynamic setup here in the atmosphere and the history of some of these storms that have already moved through, there's no reason not to believe that storm may not strengthen or even, potentially produce 60-mile-an-hour winds as well. Let's switch over to the Binghamton radar. There it is. So again, the worst of that storm right now from Downsville over to Margaretville, that severe thunderstorm warning. I'll pop that on for us one more time. And then I think we're going to, what are we getting up on time here? We're at just about 4 o'clock right now. But we're camera here. Let's move this over that way and pop that on for that one last query on that storm. Again, that severe thunderstorm warning in Delaware County until 4:15 for another 15 minutes. for eastern Delaware County. Jordy, you have an update?
Yes, we have another hail report from Shenango Bridge of 1.5 inch hail.
1.5 inch hail, Shenango Bridge. So that is, we saw it here. We saw, quarter-sized hail here at the station. So we know that, just got an update here for just a second. Yeah.
No unnecessary travel in Binghamton.
Oh, Nicole Long just came in and gave me an update that there is no unnecessary travel allowed in the city of Binghamton. I'm assuming that comes in from the mayor's office or from official's office. So no no unnecessary travel allowed in the city of Binghamton as of right now. I don't know for how long, but there is a lot of damage in the city of Binghamton here today from these thunderstorms. So crews need time to get out and assess damage, make sure that there are any power lines that have been down or have been knocked down are de-energized and roads are blocked off and such. We saw flooding in the city of some standing water there. So just a wild day here in the Twin Tiers, and we continue to keep an eye on things. But as I mentioned, what's good here is that the worst of these storms is just on the leading edge, and that storm over in Delaware County still, while severe warned, doesn't look all that impressive on radar. However, still treat it very seriously. Downsville over to Margaretville, and then also over to places like Rockland as well. Let me move the camera here one more time, because as I said before, what we're looking at here is that risk of severe is on the leading edge of those of this thunderstorm activity, because once that line moves through, we are going to be looking at a much lower severe weather chance. In fact, you look up, there's still some downpours, some scattered downpours. That is possible here this evening. But the severe risk, I think, is going to be contained right along the leading edge of those thunderstorms, the destructive thunderstorms that have moved into now Wayne County, southern Delaware County, over to Sullivan County, as well as down into southeastern Susquehanna County. Even south central Bradford County still has the potential to see that storm strengthen. The storm that's right now located up Norwich, up to probably not quite to New Berlin, but that is just a heavy downpour at the moment. And again, it looks like what we're talking about, this activity is just pushing off to the south and east. What we're going to do, we're going to go back to, we're going to turn it over. I think we're going to go to break or whatever we're going to do here. I'm going to release things here. Watch these storms very carefully, especially that one in Delaware County. Watch it carefully here for the next 15 minutes or so. If need be, I hope I don't need to, but I'll come back in if things get worse in southern Delaware County there. But for right now, the worst of the weather has passed through Binghamton. It's passed through Shenango County. It's passed through Tioga County, Tompkins County, even northern Susquehanna, northern Bradford County, northern Wayne, and even northern Delaware County. The worst of the weather, I believe, is over. Still, could get some additional downpours here this evening, but then as we move on the leading edge of that storm system, of that line, which is pushing south and east out of our area, that is where the greatest severe threat is going to be. Of course, we're going to be, I haven't even had a chance to work on my forecast here for the rest of the afternoon, so I'm going to, are we going to go to break? How are we going to do? Are we going to fight somebody give me some guidance? I'm not sure what we're doing. As to whether or not, because we're right in the 4 o'clock hour as well. I don't know if the 4 o'clock newscast, if we're just going to jump right into that or how we're going to do that. I just need someone to give me some guidance as to what we're going to do. But, okay, so what we're going to do, thank you, Rex, we're going to conclude our wall-to-wall coverage here for that severe thunderstorm that has now pushed well out of the area, and we're going to take a commercial break. We're going to come back, and then we're going to start the 4 o'clock newscast with Nicole Long and myself.